I've been able to have some fun acting because Star Trek is in my past and my present, and I expect my future.
Condition report, Spock.
No data, Admiral. Computers are non-functional.
The mains are down, sir. Aux power is not responding.
Switch to manual control, Mr. Sulu. I have no control, sir.
My God, Jim, where are we?
Out of control and blind as a bat.
As a young classical actor in Canada, William Shatner never dreamed he would achieve international star status as Admiral James T. Kirk, commander of the Starship Enterprise. Riding high on the explosive success of the Star Trek television series, Shatner went on to star in the hit series T.J. Hooker. But the world loves him first and foremost as Admiral James Kirk. And we'll welcome him once again in the long-awaited Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Leonard Nimoy tells us about William Shatner.
We are very good friends, get along very well. We have our tensions on the set, just like anybody else would when there's a difference of opinion. But in general, we really, I think I can honestly say that we admire each other's work and have a lot of respect for each other's work, and we get along very well. I think he's a terrifically hard-working professional actor.
The records show the commander and crew of the Starship Enterprise, the late Starship Enterprise, have voted unanimously to return to Earth to face the consequences of their action in the rescue of their comrade, Captain Spock. This film is treated a little more lightly, and so I tried to lighten up.
What is that?
What's wrong?
You have a pocket pager. Are you a doctor?
What is it? I thought I told you never to call me.
Sorry, Admiral. We just thought you'd like to know. We're beaming them in now.
All right. Tell them phaser's on stun. Good luck, Kirk out.
You want to try it from the top?
Why don't you tell me when those whales are leaving?
Who are you?
Who do you think I am?
Don't tell me. You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space.
What were the principal historical events on the planet Earth in the year 1987? Correct. What was Kira Kim Thaw's first law of metaphysics?
Nothing unreal exists.
Correct. Adjust the sine wave of this magnetic envelope so that antineutrons can pass through it, but antigravitons cannot. Correct. What is the electronic configuration of gadolinium? Correct. How do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel?
I do not understand the question.
With the birth of Star Trek in 1966, Leonard Nimoy became known the world over as Mr. Spock, the logical, unemotional science officer of the Starship Enterprise. Other starring roles followed on television's Mission Impossible and on stage in such classics as Fiddler on the Roof, Sherlock Holmes, and Equus. Leonard Nimoy directed Star Trek III, The Search for Spock, and now directs the newest blockbuster, Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. Leonard Nimoy comments on directing.
It's just very hard to do both jobs. Very tiring physically, too, because, particularly with the Spock character, because on days when I'd be in full makeup, it takes a couple hours to do that makeup, so you're doing putting in the full day as a director as well as the acting work and the makeup time. It's a long day.
Hello, Clay.
So let's experiment with the possibility that if you take the walk and take a good, long, healthy pause on the walk back so that you turn back to us for the crew of the Enterprise. See if it'll work. What do you think about
Nimoy as actor and director.
He came into this literally conditioned. He had a weight program and a physical program, and it is serving him well. It's quite an achievement to do either of these things, but to do them both simultaneously. But then you know Leonard Nimoy is an extraordinary man.
In this picture, I think we have done, I hope, the most fun, adventure, humorous Star Trek yet. A real runaway, have a good time, scary, exciting adventure with fun. This is going to be nice.
Perhaps we could cover a little philosophical ground. Life, death, life, things of that nature?
I did not have time on Vulcan to review the philosophical disciplines.
Come on, Spock, it's me, McCoy. You really have gone where no man's gone before. Can't you tell me what it felt like?
It would be impossible to discuss the subjects without a common frame of reference.
You're joking.
A joke is a story with a humorous climax.
You mean I have to die to discuss your insights on death?
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls.
I don't doubt it.
Doctor's over. Dr. Sandy's over. 8287.
What's the matter with you?
Kidney dialysis.
Dialysis?
My God, what is this, the Dark Ages?
Here. Do you swallow that?
And if you have any problems, just call me.
DeForest Kelley, better known as the outspoken but lovable Dr. McCoy of Star Trek, continues in his famous role in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home. He began his career in such classic film westerns as Gunfight at the OK Corral and Raintree County, and was featured opposite such stars as Bing Crosby, Betty Davis, Kirk Douglas, and Burt Lancaster. When television westerns were in their heyday, he guest starred on shows like Gunsmoke, Bonanza, and Rawhide. Then in 1966, Kelley was cast as Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy, a role which has catapulted him to worldwide fame. DeForest Kelley discusses this role.
The fans began to pick up on McCoy. And so they began to feed him more and more, and as time went by, he became more important and eventually moved into a co-starring position.
DeForest Kelley is a classic film actor. Classic film actor. He's a guy who probably you'll never see do a dishonest moment. He's very spare, very sparse in his choices, not flamboyant or theatrical. Extremely real on camera. His kind of acting is behavior. It's rather than performance. He doesn't perform for the camera. He behaves like a human being. And I think the best tradition of film actors.
Get out of the way, get out of the way.
In the best tradition of Star Trek, Bones faces a perplexing situation in a modern-day hospital.
Who are you? Why aren't you masked? Who are these people?
I don't know.
What the hell is that? What are you doing?
Tearing of the middle meningeal artery.
What's your degree in? Dentistry?
How do you explain slow impulse, low respiratory rate, and coma?
Fundoscopic examination.
Fundoscopic examination is unrevealing in these cases.
A simple evacuation of the expanding epidural hematoma will relieve the pressure.
My God, man. Drilling holes in his head's not the answer. The artery must be repaired. Now put away your butcher knives and let me save this patient before it's too late.